Today is the official release date for 2K24. Don't let the title fool you. I don't mean that by any means. I only mean it in some context. So before you call me stupid or anything like that, I'm on your side. The game is good, okay? I can't lie. So I played it for 5 hours, just a little over probably, and I've been through Gauntlet, I've played Ambulance, Special Guest, Casket, all of the new things really. And I've got to say, the game is smooth. It's really nice to play so far. For the Gauntlet Turmoil match achievement of doing that on Legendary, that takes long. It took me about an hour and a half to an hour and 40 minutes to do that alone. And that is probably going to be the mode that I play the most. I can't lie. It's very fun, but I think I'm going to play the one where everyone comes in like a Royal Rumble the most, because it's very long just doing it as solo entrance until you beat them. Very long. Unless you just do count out wins, but that's that mode as a whole. Casket match and Ambulance match are really good, but the way that I see them, at least from what I played, they're essentially reskins of each other. Now what I mean by that is the casket match, you throw them in the casket, you close it, and then you have a little mini game. The ambulance match is the same, except it's reskinned as an ambulance and there's different animations, and there are 2 mini games in the one game. So they are essentially just retextures of each other, but that's not a bad thing. You might want to play an ambulance match, you might want to play a casket match. It's more variety. The special guest referee match, personally, playing it alone, I can see where the fun's going to be, and I think the fun is with if you play with friends, because personally, I'm not going to play special guest referee probably ever after playing it. It's good, the control scheme's fun, you can change from being a referee to attacking the wrestlers if you want. I accidentally got myself ejected even though I wasn't trying to, I was trying to perform a screw job, but I accidentally messed up and checked the submission and called the rope break rather than doing the screw job because I wasn't fully familiar with the controls. My Rise, it's looking good, but it's one of those things that I'm not interested in really. I'm gonna play through it, but at the moment I've not played through it, so I'm not gonna tear into it and say it's bad, because I don't know if it is, I don't know if it isn't, but it looks good. At least the male one that I've seen. I've not even seen anything about the female one. The tag team controls, the fact that you can actually ask them to do things now, lovely. Lovely feature. Don't know if it's been in the game before, but it's very nice to have. That is definitely the case, especially on my faction, because I played through my faction. Here's my opinion on my faction. I really enjoy my faction usually. I'm going to enjoy it on here as well. They've put a bit more time and effort in there now. They've got a ranked mode, but with me playing on PC, it's annoyingly difficult to try and find a game. They really, really need to add crossplay, because console players, they're going to have fun, and I can't tear into it that much because it's just the platform I play on is the problem, but it can't be hard for them to add crossplay. So there's no way they'll add it now, I would assume, but next year, please get crossplay in there. So ranked mode, I was only able to play 1 match and the guy disconnected, because I'm gonna guess there's a glitch where you can avoid a loss now. Faction Wars seems pretty good until I realised that every single match is essentially a ladder match, and it is really, really boring after a while. I played through 1 run and 9 out of 10 matches was a ladder match in there. I'm sure they'd be able to add other match types. I don't know if there is, because all I saw was ladder matches or normal matches. For the boss match at the end, it's a 4-on-4 normal tag. For every other match in between, it's either a ladder match or a normal 1-on-1 match, is what I saw. But overall, it looks fun. They added another tier to the cards, which is wild to me, because I only got a few pink diamond before the game mode was done. So they're probably going to throw a bunch of pink diamonds down our throat and then bring out the opal cards at the very end. Again, universe mode and my GM I can't really talk on because I don't play them anymore, but I'm assuming they've improved is the best thing I can say there. The only thing I can talk on is exhibition and my faction, because they're the game modes I've played, and so far so good. I just wish there was some form of improvement. The game as a whole actually feels really smooth now. It kind of feels similar to 2K23, but I don't know how to explain it, but it's nice. It's a nice, smooth experience thus far. The only actual problem that I've seen, and I read it on the reviews before because I saw that 2K24 had mostly negative reviews, and it's obviously only been out for 3 days early access, and today is the release date. So I read through a few of the reviews, and everyone that pre-ordered the Deluxe and the 40 Years of Mania edition, when release date came, all their progress got wiped. I'm not sure if that's the same with consoles, but on PC, everyone's progress got wiped. So they essentially got a spit in the face for pre-ordering the game bigger deluxe-wise. Hopefully that issue gets fixed, but it's a bit annoying that that happened to people on PC. I'm not sure if it happened on console, like I said. The little mini-game mode of punching back and forth is a cool thing that I didn't think looked very good when I saw gameplay of it, but when you're actually doing it, it feels nice. It feels like it fits into the action smoothly, out of nowhere. You can force it, I think, by like holding X or square. There's a way of forcing it, but I'm not entirely sure. I read the pop-up at the bottom, but I didn't take it in properly. The showcase for 2K24, I've not personally played yet. I'm literally probably about to just hop into it now and smash through it. A lot of people don't want to play it, and this is where the argument of buying the Supercharger DLC comes into play, so people don't have to play it and unlock all the things. But I'm one that'll play through it anyway, just because I like the story modes in the game. So I'm assuming it'll be fun. I've seen that Vince is blurred out and Brock's in it, but you can't have him as a superstar, which is true because he's not in the game. And the first thing I did when I loaded the game was went to community creations to see if he's on there, and he's not currently on there. So maybe they'll try their hardest not to let you have him. Hopefully not though. Even though he's not on the roster, I'm not bothered too much at the moment, really. It's really not going to bother me that bad. Overall, the game seems like it's got a grasp of me and I'm actually going to enjoy it. When I went from 2K22 to 2K23, I enjoyed it, but I didn't play it anywhere near as much as 2K22. Mainly because the way I find wrestling games is you have to take a break from them to be able to actually thoroughly enjoy them. 2K22, I had a break from like 2K17. That was the last game I played before 2K22, so it was beautiful, great game. And 2K23 obviously improved in aspects, but 2K24 does that little bit extra. It's nice, you've got extra game modes. The Gauntlet especially, as I've said, is probably what I'm going to play the most, more than likely, as well as the Royal Rumble there too. The Royal Rumble is the usual mode I play, but now I've got an extra one that's going in there. The added super finishers, where you store 3 finishers, is really cool. It adds that extra element. I like the fact that you can now have like 3 finishers or signatures, whatever it is. It's just nice to have the extra ability to do like another move that the superstar might have. Overall, do I recommend the game? Yes, I do recommend the game. Why wouldn't I recommend the game? The only thing that would make me say not to buy the game is realistically, if you don't feel the need to get it. If you're sitting on the fence of, oh, I've got 2K23, should I get 2K24? Is there that big of a difference? Probably not. You've just got the game modes and slight tweaks in quality of life. In that sense, if you're happy with 2K23, or if you're still on 2K22, if you're happy with that, I'd say stick with it. If you're on that side of the fence where you're really excited to get it but you still don't know, I think you'd enjoy it, is the best thing I could suggest. I'm happy I've got it. I was on that fence of do I get it or do I not, and over the 5 hours on launch day that I've played it, I've enjoyed it. I can't lie. The only nitpicking part I take of it is the online, but that's because I play on PC, so it's kind of my fault for playing on the platform I do. Overall, I would suggest to buy the game. If you really want it, get it. The only way I'd suggest not to get it is if you don't really want it. That's why I would say don't buy it if you don't really want it. But just wanted to talk about it a little bit. See ya.